Hey, everyone, it's Isaiah. Welcome. This is me coming live. I haven't been live around here for a very long time. I'm really happy and excited to be here today. So it's Friday. It's around 6 p.m. Here in France. And well, I usually tell you that I come live around 6 p.m. every Friday, which I haven't been for months now. But here I am. And so I've got cards. Today I've got this beautiful Oracle deck and I've got news. So if you want a card from this beautiful Oracle deck, which is called the Goddess Self Care Oracle deck, which is a deck that I actually created, well, just give me your name in the comments and I will pull a card for you. In the meantime, I will be discussing a little bit of the news that you might have seen around the interwebs, and that partly explained why I didn't come live for quite some time. But I'm really excited to be here again. And so the short version, sorry, the short version is I have been diagnosed with cancer, and that has kind of shook my world, if you want. In so I'm I'm Isabel Gabriel. I should maybe reintroduce myself because I haven't been here for that long. So yeah, I'm Isabel Gabriel. I am a sorry. I'm trying to see if this is working as it said it would. But yeah, hopefully. I'm a mixed media artist. I'm a magical, pragmatic mindset and inspiration mentor, I would say. That's what I would call myself, yes, these days. I'm a wise goddess. I'm a tech goddess teacher. I'm a traveling priestess. I'm a moon mother and remote practitioner, menstrual cycle companion. I'm a sacred retreats facilitator. I am creatrix of the Goddess Self Care Oracle deck. I am co founder of two summits, the Women Lighting the Way summits and the Otoloco Oracle and Tarot Lovers Congress, which is changing name and is going to be soon called Decaverse. Oh, I have no light. Hey everyone. So if you want a card from my beautiful oracle that I've created with the help and the magical download from the 8 Greek goddesses I work with on a daily basis, well, just give me your name in the comments, say you want a card, and poof, I'll pull a card for you. In the meantime, I'm just going to go and kind of tell you a little bit what's happening. So what's been happening is, as I said previously, I have been diagnosed with cancer. So it's the slow kind and it's the non-dangerous kind. So that means that I'm really happy and I'm relieved in a way. Also, that means that I have to address that because it's a serious condition, right? And it means that it's kind of calling me back some little questions around what do I want to do in my life and health issues and things like that. So there's a lot of change going on, which is actually it's really exciting. And that's why I haven't been that available to come live or to discuss with you, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm here today. So let's pull some cards. So, hi, Barbara. Please, if you want to comment in wherever you're listening to me and you want a card or something, if you want me to know who you are, there are two ways. Either you put your name inside your comment every time, or you click above the video or below and you will find a link to Restream, which is the platform I'm streaming off, and you give them permission and then they show your name and face in the little comment box that I get. Otherwise, I never know who's wishing that my treatment goes well. So, Barbara, let me grab a card for you. You connect to the energy. And so this is the Goddess Self-Care Oracle deck. It's a deck that I've created with the intention to inspire women to take better care of themselves. So, Barbara, you got a Demeter card. So, Demeter is this little goddess here that you can see. And she is goddess of creativity, fertility, and she is the one that is connected with the sacral chakra. And so there's all this um, pulling and pushing of creative energy around Demeter. She's goddess of the harvest also. She's the mother goddess of the Greeks. And for me, she's always obviously linked with the color orange, and she is very present in my life these days since I was telling you about the cancer, and it's a kidney cancer. So the kidneys also belong to the sacral chakra. So I've been making more friends with Demeter recently. And so are you invited to as well, Barbara? This says try a craft. So these cards, they have this beautiful back that, and then the front has got the color of the goddess with in a flower motif. Then we have the little goddess herself. Then there's this magic ring of energy here that is infusing magic in each card. And then there's a little text. There is no workbook that comes with this, or book that comes with this deck. Everything is on the cards. So it says, try craft. Give yourself permission to try something new today. It doesn't matter if you suck. It's a trial anyway. Take up scrapbooking, jewelry making, painting, or weaving. See how it feels to create something with your hands. It's not about the end result, it's about the time you spent creating. So the invitation here, and obviously I'm quoting a few examples. It doesn't have to be a craft per se. But the invitation here is to try something new, and just worry about the process of it, not the end result. And that is, I think, a very deep invitation. It's so often that we get lost into the "I'm not good at this," and the self-care invitation here is to know whether you're enjoying this, not whether you're good at it. Voila. I hope it makes any sense for you, Barbara. If anyone else wants a card from this little deck, please give your name in the comments so that I can have a look. Oh, it was you wishing me well. Thank you, Barbara. So yeah, the cancer thing is really interesting. But in the meantime, I'm doing other things because this is, as I was saying, a slow thing. So I'll be taking care of myself. And that's why I'm back to this Oracle deck myself. So, oh, by the way, if you want to buy it, it's still available. This is the first edition of it. It comes in a linen pouch that I decorated myself, and they're numbered. There are still a few of them, and they also come with this little leaflet that explains how to use them and what they're all about. Now, if you don't want this, but you want a digital deck, you can also buy this deck on Deckable. And you will find the link above or below the video to help you know where you can find this. And if you can, so it's 24 euros and 50 cents in for the physical deck plus shipping. And it is $15.99 for the digital deck. Hi, Mary. Of course, I will pull a card for you. And thank you for the wishes. I'll take all the wishes. I'll take all the good things. So, Mary, there you go. And find your card. There we go. Voila. So this is a Hestia card. So Hestia is this little goddess that you can see here above. I don't know if you see it. I'm going to show you with my finger there. There's a little goddess with a holding a flame, and there she is again. So Hestia is goddess of the hearth, and she is one of the. My pleasure, Barbara. She's one of the main goddesses of the Greek pantheon, although she's very often ignored or completely unknown. Oh, energy moving. You can see my nose is itchy. And she is unknown or ignored because she is not one of the obvious goddesses. She's all about taking care of our sacred flame, taking care of the part of us that is connected to the divine, that is sometimes tiny and hidden at at the back of ourselves. She's also very concerned with anything fire, of course, and with our homes. So the invitation that you get, sorry, Mary, is clean your space. I'm going to read it for you. Remember that our homes, our personal spaces, are the ones that sustain and support us daily. Cleaning them and keeping them tidy assures us that the space itself is not dragging us down energetically. So, the invitation here for you, Mary, is to have a look at your space, and it can be the whole house or just your desk, or maybe even your digital, um, maybe the computer or the phone. Maybe there is a little too much mess around, and if you take a little time, just tidy it. The promise that Hestia makes for you is that it's going to clear your mind as well. I hope it makes some sense. There's somebody who says, "Hello, lovely. I'd love a card, please. Please give me your name, because otherwise I can't pull a card for you." Mary, if that makes sense for you, thank you for telling me and letting me know. So, Cancer thing, right? Which curveball, to be honest, in my life, I wasn't planning that. Is anyone? But also, it's such a freaking invitation, to really up the self-care. Oh, hi, Vivian, of course. Oh, I'm glad it does, Mary. Of course, I'll pull a card for you, Vivian. Yeah, I'll just hear that. There is, it's a curveball, right? And at the same time, it's a freaking invitation to up the self-care and to let go of pretenses like, ooh, I'll take care of myself when or if, or when I'm a millionaire, or when I have time, or when my business is good, or whatever, when my kids are grown up. Guess what? This when is today for me. And I am really grateful, actually, because I'm 56, soon turning 57. I'm really grateful that this invitation came now, so that I can up my self-care and get to a point where I can live the next part of my life in a healthier body and in a healthier relationship to my body, mostly. Anyway, Vivian, while I was talking and mentioning that I was going to pull a card for you, one jumped. So here it is. So you have a Demeter card. So Demeter is orange, and she's connected with, there she is, with the sacral chakra, as I was saying before. She's the goddess I work with a lot these days, with the Cancer being in the invitation is use your hands. In our modern world, we might have forgotten how powerful and creative our hands are. Find something you can do with your hands today and be mindful of them, of what you feel when using them. It can be anything from typing to knitting, art, gardening, cooking, pottery, you name it. I have a very good friend slash, I've never met her slash I love her to bits on the internet, who is an art teacher, and she says, "Dirty fingers, happy mind." Of it, I believe, is really important. The hands thing is that we to believe that we live in our brains, that the mind can do everything. Once we go back to the body, and the hands are a very nice place to start, because when you agitate your hands, whether you're knitting, drawing, cooking, gardening, whatever you do with your hands, it's very difficult to have only the brain thinking. You will have some activity of the hands, and that will take your mind away from things, which is kind of a good idea in order to go back to things in a different way. So I hope that makes sense, Vivian, for you today. This deck is really meant for in two different ways. So when we get a card like this one, Does it mean, do I have to go and do something with my hands right now? Or does it mean, should I go into a store and buy some stuff in order to be, starting something with my hands? And the invitation is dual. So it's both, but, or and, sorry, and it's mostly now. Because buying stuff in order to start a craft is not the same thing as starting a craft, if you see what I mean. So the invitation of this deck is very often to do it now, whatever it is, or at least partly. And then maybe you can go in a shop and buy some wool and start as well. I'm happy you like it. If anyone wants a card from the beautiful, and if I say so myself, Goddess Self-Care Oracle deck, just give me your name in the comments and I will pull one for you. Now, as I was saying, you can buy this oracle. There's two ways. You can buy the physical one, and you will find it above or below this video. And because, you can get the digital one on Deckable, which is way cheaper, and you can play with it today. So maybe that's something you want to do. So while I go, so if anyone wants the card, just give me your name in the comments and I'll pull one for you. So while I go through the Cancer thing, which hopefully will be a short, non-painful time, we'll see. There's going to be two other things happening. First of all, I have been granted permission, woohoo, to go to New York because this is a lifelong dream. The tickets were bought before I was diagnosed, obviously, and the doctors agreed that my condition is not an emergency, so I can go to New York, which means I'm going to disappear completely from the interwebs for a good 2 weeks because guess what? I'll be traveling, having fun. I'll be crossing the Atlantic on a ship, on the Queen Mary 2, actually, and then spending 10 days in New York, which means I am not available for anything but the fun. And, I need it. And I'm giving it to myself. So I will not be, I'll not have any Wi-Fi on the ship. And even in New York, I might share the occasional pic, but I don't think I'll be doing much work. I might photograph and video for later use, but I might not at the same time. I'm going to go and do exactly what is good for me. And it might well be ignoring the internet altogether for a while. Now, the other thing that's happening is obviously I'm upping my self-care in any way, shape, or form. So I've got the medical plan, I've got a holistic plan, I've got an energetic plan, I've got, emotional plans in place, I've got a joy plan in place, which means I'm going to New York. And that also means that my business might slow down. Now, guess what? This happens, right? When we're not available, as I'm a one-person business, right? So if there's something to do, that would be me. Now, when I'm not available, what happens? Well, I can't do one-to-ones as much. I can do promotion. It's not that, I have to rely on systems and passive income. And that is where my tech goddess kicks in. And I'm so freaking proud of myself because I have put some systems in place and I have some passive income possible, and everything can roll, whether I'm in New York, whether I'm in a hospital for a while, whether I'm getting surgery, whatever happens. And that is freaking amazing, I must say. Now, obviously, if you want to help me, and you feel that it's a good idea, well, now would be a good idea to support me because financially it's going to be more difficult because passive income can do as much as, and then I might not be available for a while. Hopefully, though, and the plan is good, the doctors agree, I'll be available again for my retreat in Greece in September. So, in case you have been thinking about it or worrying that I might be, dying and not doing the retreat, breathe. I've got the okay from the doctors. This retreat is happening. So, in September, in Attica, in Greece, I'm organizing a 4.5 days retreat in a gorgeous, beautiful villa with incredible views, a swimming pool. It's like, oh my God, so posh and so beautiful, which sometimes does not do the trick for me. And so if you're into that, you will find links above or below the video once again. And if you want to join me, and the few ladies that are already in there are a limited number of spots. Sorry, because I want this to remain kind of an intimate and deep experience. It's called Meet the Goddesses. So we go, we visit temples, we do rituals. We might even, I don't know, swim naked under the full moon because this house is amazing. It's 20 minutes from Athens and it's in the middle of nowhere. It's beautiful. I'm so happy to have found this. It's really the place I was dreaming to do retreats in Greece just appeared. I have been doing retreats for many years and I've never had a house that felt so right. So I'm really excited about this. And yeah, I'm really excited about the retreat. The women who are already in are already kind of, waiting. So if you want in, please reach out ASAP because spots are filling in, and that makes me so happy that we get to do that. Voila. So this is going to be my last call for cards. Anyone who wants a card, just let me know in the comments. Give me your name and tell me you want a card, and I will pull one for you. I am really, really excited to be talking to you today about all of this, the incredible thing, like going to New York, crossing the Atlantic on the Queen Mary 2, organizing a retreat in Greece that is filling up, and the incredibly low things like being diagnosed with cancer. And what I want to end this live with is it's an and situation. It's never an either or. It's both. It's the most light and the most shadow for everyone. It doesn't have to be as obvious as what I've just described. And I'm really not wishing cancer on anyone, whatever the type, or any other kind of illness. But really, aren't we all a complete puzzle or a complete mixture of yin and yang, of beauty and ugliness, of success and failure, of amazing things happening to us, and in the same weekday minute, intensely sad or difficult things happening to us also. Now, again, the question is, which do I choose to live in? And if I want to be living a goddess life, which is my main goal in life, besides inspiring you to do the same, if I want to be living a goddess life, I need to know that it doesn't matter whether I'm crossing the Atlantic on the Queen Mary 2 or whether I'm getting a surgery for a disease that is kind of serious. It doesn't matter. It's circumstantial. This is not what makes my life a goddess life. These are the circumstances. And if I stay in the circumstances, then when the circumstances turn to shit, which they will at some point, then my life turns to shit. But living a goddess life is about living a goddess life undeterred, whatever the fuck happens. So, last call for a card from the Goddess Self-Care Oracle deck, which I created. And if you want it, please give me your name in the comments if you want a card for yourself. I'm going to pull a card for anyone who's still listening right now or for the replay people, and remind you that once again that you have to start living your life, a goddess life, whatever that means to you, and it's not the same as it means to me, you have to do that now, because there's never going to be a better time. And there's never going to be a time when there is no shadow around. There's always going to be shadow. And I can have a goddess life with Cancer. I intend to. Well, actually, I do, right? And so can you. Again, I'm not wishing cancer on anyone, just so to make it clear. But yeah. Rachel, you want a card? Sure, I'll pull a card for you. Happy to. So the Goddess Self-Care Oracle deck that I created with the under dictation, must I say, of the Greek goddesses who were talking to me. And this is the card that they want me to tell you. So it's a Demeter card. So Demeter, it's funny. I've been pulling a lot of Demeter cards, which is a goddess that I've been working myself very much with lately. Interesting. So Demeter is goddess of fertility, creativity, motherhood. She's the goddess of the harvest. She is the mother of the Greek pantheon, basically. Here she is, a little image of her. So the card says write like WRITE. Writing is a self-care practice. I'm going to stop and just leave that be. A gift to yourself and a therapeutic ritual. Whether you give yourself a number of pages, like Julia Cameron from The Artist's Way, a series of prompts, or simply write freestyle, journaling daily is a powerhouse of a routine that will unfold its many gifts over time. So the invitation for you, Rachel, is to take up writing. And I'm only mentioning journaling here, but I know that the goddess wants me to also mention that you can write more than journal. You can write poetry. You can write a novel, which I did. Yeah, believe it or not. I'm finishing the third draft, and it's going to be sent to a publisher next freaking week. And if I can, you can too, Rachel. If that is your dream, you can. No problem. So the invitation is to write. And I want to remind you of one thing that I've been told around writing, which was really powerful. Somebody said, what is a writer? And the answer is simple as that. A writer is someone who writes. Voila. So if you write, you're a writer. And if you want to be a writer, you need to be writing day in, day out, whatever. You don't need to be published. You don't need to share the writings with anyone. But if you want to be a writer in any way, shape, or form, well, let's get going and write. Oh, I'm so happy you love my cards. So if you want to buy this deck, which is another way of supporting me, you can buy the physical deck, or and get it shipped to you, but that will take a long time because I'm not going to be here for a while. I'm going to New York. Or you can buy the Deckable digital deck, and you will find that on the link above or below the video. And that is only, I feel like I'm selling carpets here. It's only $15.99, and you can get it and have it in your on your phone, or on your how do you call that, iPad or whatever, pad, tablet, ASAP, as in right now in 5 minutes. The Deckable app is amazing. When you open an account, you get a free deck to start playing with it, and then you can buy as many decks as you want. I think there are more than 800 decks available now to buy for. And some of them are really gorgeous, really gorgeous. Well, most of them, to be honest. But I'm a deck person. I am also maybe a deck addict. So, don't trust me if I say that I could buy half of the decks of Deckable and be happy with it. So if you want this deck, you can buy the physical form or the Deckable one. The physical form is obviously more expensive, and it needs a long time to get to your house, but there's still a few left of the first edition. They come in this little pouch, which is hand designed, so they're all different, and they're numbered. And they come with a little leaflet to explain to you how to use them. There's no booklet because everything is written on the cards. Voila. So I think that's it for today, unless anyone wants a card, because now people are jumping in. That's fine. I don't have anywhere to go for tonight. I finished my week of work. I'm really happy with myself because I finished editing my book, my novel, and I'm going to be sending it to a publisher next week. So that means I can then leave for New York with a free spirit and just go and have fun. In the meantime, I'm still here for you if you want a card, or if you have any questions around anything that I've said, my deck, the Greek retreat, or anything that you might want to understand, or you want my input on, just ask away. I'm here for questions around anything. I am really excited for this Greek retreat, though. Now I started talking about it a little more because I was making sure that, to be honest, that the cancer thing was not coming in the way, and it's not now. I'm reassured about that. So now I can again start talking about it, telling you how excited I am. Voila. So I feel that this is it, that there's no one else who wants a card today. So I'm going to pull a card for anyone who's still here, or anyone who watches the replay. And if you do, hashtag me a little replay so I know that you're there. And here's a card for all of you and myself, obviously. And guess what? We have a Persephone card. Here's Persephone, little lady. So Persephone is goddess of duality. She is both the spring maiden, the goddess of spring, flowers. She's this literally maiden archetype. And she is queen of the underworld. Wife of Greek god Hades, who is god of the underworld. So she's queen of the dead, basically. And she has those two light and shadow attributes in her, just like the high priestess of the tarot. And for everyone today, she is reminding us of the importance of meditation. Sorry, let me read that for you. Take time now to turn inwards. Choose your favorite meditation practice, whether guided by a voice, with music, or silently. Whether immobile or moving, dynamic meditation is amazing. And get going. Make it a daily practice and simply watch the amazing benefits on your peace of mind, health, and overall vibration. Voila! There we have it, just in case we forgot about that. Thanks, Purse. I call her Purse. Ladies, it has been a blast talking to you again. I'm sending all the love to you, and I will try and come one more time before I leave for New York next Saturday, but I can't guarantee anything. Sending all the love. Talk soon. Bye for now.